Hey guys, I've got a really interesting trick to show you on Black Ops 3 Zombies, and this is on Shadows of Evil. This was discovered about a year ago by the No Thumbs crew, and they posted it, and I messaged Maniac, and I was like, hey, can we go check this out? This looks awesome. It was found by him and also Hooligan, so big shout out to them. But they figured out how to stop the Margwa spawns. Like, they do not come back. They are completely deleted. You can go into extremely high rounds, and you will never get a Margwa spawning in. It's a really interesting method, and I'll show you guys how to do it. There are only really 2 gums that you need, and then the rest you can decide what you want. But what we loaded in was round robin. You have to have that because you're going to need to skip a couple of rounds. Then we loaded in the raindrops because that was giving us all of the extra drops, and the nukes were really useful for this because we're having to hit the gun machine multiple times, and those nukes were helping to keep zombies off of us. And if you want to use this method for high rounds, then put on wall power and then the bullet boost. That bullet boost is going to give you those AATs on your pack-a-punch weapon like blast furnace and dead wire. But basically you need to bring in gums that will allow you to get pack-a-punched weapons without actually opening up the pack-a-punch. And I'll explain why that is here in just a moment. So this works good with 2 or more players. Doing it solo might be a little trickier, and I'll show you guys why that is here in just a second. But the first thing you want to do is have everybody shoot the Shadow Man. You want to get it to round 5 first, and then you have to wait a moment, and then you have to keep shooting him to get it to round 10. You also need to have a player ready at that beast mode basin, ready to go into beast mode. As soon as it hits round 10, they have to go into beast mode, jump on the truck, and jump over this gate and open the gate behind you. This has to be done as fast as possible. So you are jumping up on the truck and then jumping over to this gate and then zapping that electrical box right there to open up this gate. Sometimes this electrical box will give you a little bit of a delay, and if it does, it's not going to work. You've got to restart because that player that was in beast mode needs to come out of it as fast as possible so that you guys can shoot the Shadow Man a 3rd time and move the round to round 15. If anything delays the person in beast mode from getting back into the map and shooting the Shadow Man, then you're going to probably miss him. He's going to disappear before you can shoot him and get it to round 15. Then it's very important that everybody goes the path that we did. You go up through Nero's and then jump down. Then you open the spawn door so that you get rid of this death barrier in junction. And for some reason, this is the path you have to take. And if you don't, it won't work. Then everybody needs to run and get to a gun machine immediately and start spamming the gun machine. What we're trying to do is get the round robins out of the machine and advance the rounds to round 19. And for some reason, that's how it works. If you can get to round 19 and not have a Margwa spawn in, then the Margwa spawns will be deleted and they will never spawn in again during your entire game. With the gun machines, we're trying to quickly cycle through all of our gums that we have loaded in to keep getting back to those round robins. And we're trying to do this as fast as possible so that we can get to round 19 to prevent any Margwas spawning in, because sometimes they'll come in on like 17 or 18, and if they do, you have to restart because it's not going to work. So here I got a round robin, used it to go to round 17, and then I've got a shopping free on to help just spam the gun machine, but it's not necessary. And the Maniac, again, he's at another gun machine spamming it as fast as possible. And right here I got a raindrops, which is helpful because it's got a nuke in it, and that helps to keep zombies off of us while we're trying to continuously hit the gun machine, and it also gives us money to help pay for the gums that we buy. I do have a perkaholic loaded in, but it's not necessary because those raindrops will give you all of the perks. So it's probably good just to drop the perkaholic and put in the bullet boost and then just other stuff that's going to give you some pack-a-punch weapons. And again, I'll explain what that is in just a moment, but here I got another shopping free, and then I was able to spam the machine and get the round robin to get us to 18, and then Maniac, he got the next round robin that got us to round 19. And once you get to round 19, you're good. Like, no Margwas are coming back. Right here I got another raindrops, and I'm going to use that and hit the nuke to help Maniac continue to hit the machine on the other side of the map where he's at. He's about to hit his round robin. That's going to put us on round 19, and from the time we started hitting the gun machines, it took us about 2 minutes to do this, to complete the glitch and keep the Margwas off the map. And because there's no Margwas, there's going to be some things that you can't do. But first, what you can do is, yeah, you can go into some extremely high rounds, but you can't do any of the rituals. You can't do pack-a-punch. You can't do the main Easter egg. You can't build the Apothecon Servant because there's no Margwas to get a heart from, but you still get the Xenomatter and the tentacles out of the pods. But with no heart, you can't build build it. So that leaves you with putting a blast furnace or dead wire on your weapon through the gumballs and you're set. We went in just to get footage of this and we didn't bring in the bullet boost, and our guns were losing power around from 46. So at this point we were going to be needing something extra, and that would have helped. But this is just something that was fun and interesting, and it makes a fun challenge. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you next video.